What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for watching another video with me today. I really appreciate every single one of you that took the time to open this video and even take a minute to watch it. It means the world to me. I have a huge passion for cars and I really do enjoy running content about my vehicle. Huge passion of mine. I love my STI. I started off with, if you haven't watched my prior videos, I started off with just an Instagram channel that I started in April of 2018 when I purchased the vehicle. And I did want to go ahead and transition it over to the YouTube channel as well and make some content on the actual vehicle along with just showing my progress with the car. So I'm really excited to open up this package. This is from a company called Nift, who had reached out to me on Instagram. I spoke to Angel over at Nift. Thank you so much, Angel. I really appreciate you reaching out to me. They reached out to me with a collaboration opportunity with shift knob along with an ebrake boot. They make high quality parts for all types of vehicles. I'll go ahead and put their link in the description below. I'll also put the link to my Instagram channel below. I stay very active on it. I post every single day and I keep up to date every single day. So if you guys could do me a favor, if you haven't seen my Instagram channel, if you aren't coming from my Instagram channel, if you could please just check out my Instagram below. I post high quality pictures of my vehicle every single day along with very frequent story updates. So thank you so much for watching. Without further ado, I'll go ahead and get into it. I'll open up this box, we'll take a look at what's inside, what it looks like, and then we'll go ahead outside to my car and we'll take a look at how it looks inside the car. I'll install it in the car and I'll shoot some pictures for my Instagram channel as well. I figured it would be a good opportunity to do so. I've been holding on to this package for a few weeks now. It's been very cold and muggy and I don't know, very dark and cloudy here in Ohio, so it's kind of really hard to shoot videos when it's 18 degrees out like it is today. But I figured I'd suck it up and go ahead and go outside and take a video and make this video for you guys. It's nice and sunny out today, so that's a huge plus, so I'm really excited to make this video. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my lucky pair of scissors and we'll open it up and then we'll take a look at what's inside. So, looking at the box, came through DHL, which is a bit different. Usually I get FedEx packages or UPS or USPS, but probably because it's international, it's coming from the Philippines. That's where they're located. The company is called Nift, if I have not mentioned that before. I'm going to put their link in the description below. If you have any interest in any type of shift knobs or, I'm sorry, not shift knobs, shift boots or shift e-brake boots as well. They have a lot of nice things on their website. The minute Angel had reached out to me on the website, I could tell that this company was legit. They had some very good quality parts and I saw it on multiple vehicles and I'm really excited to add this one to my vehicle as well. As you guys know, this car is very special to me, so I'm super excited to go ahead and update, unbox this and install it in my car. So yeah, let's see what's inside. So from first glance, it looks like they have a nice little bag. As you can see, they have a logo on the front, says Nift, along with their logo and their Facebook, along with their Instagram. I like the high quality bag that it comes with. Really makes you interested in purchasing the product and making sure and seeing that the company actually cares about their customers versus just putting it in an ordinary box. Looks like they really take the time to make sure that they work on their packaging, so I really do like that. And as you can see, they have their Facebook name or their Facebook link along with their Instagram handle. I'll put both of them in the description in case you're interested in any e-brake boots or shift boots. We'll go ahead and take a look at this. But yeah, first glance, I love how this bag actually looks. It looks amazing. So I'm really excited to see how the actual boot and the actual e-brake boot looks. So let's go ahead and get into it. I like how it's got a sticker on it, it says Nift, along with the logo of the company, shift boot, e-brake boot. That's what I got in the box. It says if it's for automatic transmission or manual transmission. In my case, it's manual. STIs are only come in manual. It shows you the color of the shift boot. In my case, it's black, along with the stitching color, which I got in this case was red. You could also get it in white, black, and blue stitching, along with a white boot, red boot, and blue boot, but I thought the black and red would go very nicely with my black and red interior for the STI. That was personal preference, but if you guys have any interest in any of the other colors, then they can definitely take care of you there. It says the year and make and model. In my case, it's the VA style. I really like that sticker. That's very professional. Thank you so much for that. It looks amazing. I'm going to go ahead and open up the box. I'm sure you guys are dying to see it as much as I am. So we have on top the actual ebrake shift boot. Looks very nice. I like how soft it is. The black suede looks amazing along with the red stitching. I think that's gonna look really nice in the STI. I like how they have their logo right here. And yeah, that looks really nice. I'm excited. I'm gonna put this aside. We also have the shift boot itself, also very nice, and it also has their stitching, the red stitching, and their logo here on the side. Hey guys, so as you can see, we have a nice sunny day out, but it's pretty funny because it looks nice and warm, but as you can tell, it's winter time. It's 18 degrees out, but yeah, we made it outside. I'm gonna go ahead and get inside the car. Got my buddy Kyle here helping me out. Thanks, my dude Kyle. We're gonna take a look at the actual center console area. As you guys saw, I got the new boot. So this is the boot that I currently have. It came with my car. This is my We Are Likewise Daytona Pro knob, and then my OEM boot. Actually looks pretty similar to the one that I have, except it's leather versus suede. I think that'll give it a nice different touch compared to what it was. It also has the red stitching like the one that I just got from Nift, along with the actual e-brake. The one thing I just noticed while we were looking at it with Kyle is that the actual shift boot itself has red stitching, but then the e-brake boot doesn't. I thought that was kind of interesting. You would think this actual e-brake boot would match the shift boot, but I guess they were thinking differently. But yeah, it still looks pretty good, but I'm excited to try something new and yeah, give it a try. So as I mentioned, this is my Daytona Pro knob. Before that, I actually had a Billetworks Sphere knob. It was really nice, but my buddy David, thank you David, you're the man, helped me install a torque solution short shifter, and then after I installed that, it just didn't feel right with the Billetworks knob. It felt like the whole shifter itself was too low down, and it was also not adjustable. So after I got the short shifter in, I got the Daytona Pro knob, and I've loved this knob so much. It goes so perfectly with my interior. I feel like it sits at a perfect height. Some people say they don't like how it's not a sphere ball. The top portion isn't as wide, and when you have your hand down, it doesn't feel right. But I honestly don't notice that. But I guess it's personal preference. I typically hold my knobs like this versus like this. So I think yeah, I think the knob looks a lot better, and it just feels better overall. The whole knob, or the whole shifter itself, feels like it sits higher up with this knob, so I really like that. But enough about this knob. I'm gonna go ahead and take apart the center console area just so we can have access to this and this for both of the boots. In order to get this out, I know we're gonna have to get into my armrest here, and then underneath the armrest there is a few things we gotta loosen up here. Once we loosen those both up, this whole center console area should just lift up freely, and then we'll have access to loosening this portion. Once we loosen this portion, we'll be able to loosen this portion, and then once we loosen this, we'll be able to get into this center area, and then we'll be able to replace this boot. And then I actually forgot to connect this STI portion light back on when I was getting this wrapped by my buddy Mitch. Thank you, Mitch, you're the man. Man, so many helpful friends. I really appreciate every single one of you. But he wrapped this for me, and I forgot to connect this portion here. So I'm excited to finally get this light back because I've been lazy in putting it off. So I'll get this back connected together, and then we'll go ahead and install this portion, the actual shift boot, and then this one should be pretty straightforward. We just have to pop it out of place. I believe there's also a nut or bolt over here that we have to loosen, and then once we get that loosened, we can lift this whole center console area, get this replaced, should be pretty easy. I'm really excited to do it, and happy to have my buddy Kyle here to help me out. I think it's going to make it a lot easier to record, especially since I can't really get a tripod in this area of the car, and it is 28 degrees out, so trying to not do this outdoors at all because it's way too cold, and these heated seats are making my life a lot easier. So yeah, for sure, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the shift boot, a few tools, and give the camera to Kyle, and then we'll go ahead and install it. All right, so we got both of those loosened up now. We can go ahead and just lift the center console a little bit, and then it should pop right everything out. So we lifted the back portion up, it became loose. Then I popped this bad boy out of place, and then you pop this side out of place as well for the e-brake. And then once you get this, you should free it up, and then you have access to this right here, and then you just use a Phillips screwdriver, loosen this portion, then the rest of the center console should lift up, and then that should give you easy access in order to loosen this portion as well. So as you see, we got this portion loose, it's very free. We loosened those two, so it made this portion of the center console loose. Then we popped this one out of place. There's a clip over here. And then on this side, there's also a clip. Once you lift the actual e-brake portion, as you can see right here, you would just have to use a Phillips screwdriver to loosen that. Once you loosen this, you can actually lift this portion of the center console area as well in order to get into the shift boot. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a Phillips screwdriver and we'll loosen this one. So I completely forgot, it's been a while since I've done this, but it isn't actually on the sides here that you have to remove. Once you move this portion of the center console, you don't lift here necessarily. You pretty much just grab in this shift boot portion area, and when you lift here, it gives you some leverage. Then you grab it, and then it frees up this area. So as you can see, the bottom portion of the center console actually stays within, but then the top portion is removed. So once you grab right here, you get some leverage, and you can grab right here as well, and then it pops the clips out of here. And then once you grab that, you should be able to continue to grab up and then free the rest of the center console area. It does take some force, but don't feel bad to grab it. Just be careful and not scratch these areas while you're doing it, because there are some sharp edges over here. But yeah, once you got this loose, you just move it over, grab over here for leverage. Then you can actually free up the rest of the center console in order to get to this shift boot. So then you can get access from the bottom in order to move this shift boot out of the way and replace it with the other one. So I have the Daytona Pro knob off. I'm actually going to try avoiding taking off this adapter piece for the shifter, just because when you do put it on there, it takes some some precision in order to get it to tighten to the point where the engraving portion is perfect. So I'm trying to avoid moving this just so I don't have to finick with it once I do take it off. But worst comes to it, I will take it off. But I'm going to try to just remove this inner boot portion just over the actual reverse lockout to see if it'll wiggle over without having to remove that whole part. As I tried, it actually worked out. I just slid the shift boot itself over the reverse lockout, so I didn't have to take off this adapter, and it should make my life a lot easier now. Now the next thing is to just slowly and carefully take off this center console portion area without scratching your other panels. That's the part you have to be most careful about if you want to make sure your interior is nice and clean and scratch free. Okay. Go. Alright, so as you see, we have the STI center console area free. Now all we have to do is flip it around on the other side and remove this portion of the center console area. So when you're taking off the center console area, the one thing you really want to be careful about is this connector piece right here. In my case, I already had this removed because I forgot to connect it the last time I was in here when I was doing the short shifter. Alright, so I moved this party inside. Kind of cold outside. There are some tabs that need to be pushed in and out in order to free the inner ring of the center console portion. Alright, so there you guys have it. I went ahead and removed this portion. It freed up the ring. Other part of the ring is still on there. This portion is removed. Now that we have this boot removed, we can go ahead and replace it with the other boot. Pretty much as perfect as we can get it. It made it a little difficult. That's the only recommendation that I have for Nift in the future. As you can see, the OEM one, it actually has slits in there versus these ones, it did not have the slits. So when we were taking it apart, we were taking the shift boot and we were tucking it over these these tab pieces, but due to the fact that we didn't have the slits, we kind of had to make our own and make it work. So that was like the one thing that I would recommend to Nift for the future, to make little slits, so when you do put it through on this side, that it fits a little better. But I mean, I do really like the look of it compared to the leather one. It looks really good, but yeah, that was my only recommendation for them. So now that we have it on the actual center console piece, I'll go ahead to the car and I will install it on there. Alright guys, so I went ahead and wrapped everything up here. Shift boot's on, e-brake boot is on, tightened up the center console portion here, put it all back into place. Really happy with the look. I think the suede definitely pops a lot more than the leather did with the OEM look. I think the suede definitely shows a lot more, and I'm really happy with the change in my center console area. I think it gives my car a different look inside. Thank you so much, Nift, for providing me with this shift boot and this e-brake boot. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any interest in purchasing this, I definitely recommend that you go to my description below, and I'll have the link for the website for Nift. So yeah, you can get a few different color combos if you have any interest in, red, blue, white, black, like I have, and you can also get different colors of stitching as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my video today. I really appreciate every single one of you that took the time to watch it all the way down to this point. Hope you guys have a great day. Make sure to give me a like, comment below for any suggestions for future videos, subscribe, it would mean the world to me. Really do enjoy making videos like this, and I mean, it's pretty time consuming to make videos like this, so it would mean a lot to me if you can give me a like, comment below with any suggestions you might have for me for future videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.